Hello, welcome back to Fancy and the Geeks, and welcome to another Tale of Two Gamers. It's been a while, it's been a long while, but here we are, the next addition to my iron Jawz. This is what I've been waiting for, just for us to be able to afford the Mawcrusher, and you've got
a L'Oreal.
So that'll be the next video after this one. So we're going to do an unboxing of the Mawcrusher today. Then the next video for Tale of Two Gamers will be a L'Oreal. Yeah. So thanks for joining us back again. So here is the giant flying cabbage as it's known. I think it's awesome actually. Back of the box. There is the back of the box. Replete with price still on.
Oops.
So yeah, it's a legitimate Warhammer one. Yeah, I actually got this for Christmas.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've been waiting to unbox it for us both to feel well enough to unbox things and get around to actually doing it. But as we're now getting back into Age of Sigmar, yay! I thought it was a good idea to continue with Tale of Two Gamers and continue making my iron Jawz. I'm also secretly making a dead army. Undead army for Nagash.
He has been waiting a long time.
Yeah, a long time. Which you saw on our channel, it was years ago now, since we got the Nagash.
Yes, it was. It was when he first came out,
yeah,
wasn't
it was.
Yeah,
Back in the early times.
yeah.
Before the Empire. Right. Technically after the Empire. Right, so get out of here.
You've been defeated by a box.
Been defeated by a box. Oh, right.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't realise there was a funky box inside a box.
Ah.
I was defeated by boxception. And then on the other side we've got a very cool looking...
That's nice.
I didn't even know that was in there. Right.
I wonder if the L'Oreal will do the same.
I don't know. Let's see if we can get... I'm going to be defeated by the second box now. It's a really tightly fit. Nice. So a box with a box. There we go.
There we go.
We got there eventually. Right, Orcs. He says. So we'll put the sprues first. So you have big sprue with wings.
Nice.
There's the other side. Yeah, a smaller sprue that looks like the actual Orc, which will be my new general in there somewhere. And then another big sprue, which is the other part of the Mawcrusher, by the looks of it.
And a very small base.
And a small round base. 25mm, I think that is. Or is that 130? Not sure. Right. So, we'll be building, I'm not going to build this guy because he's not going to go in my army, so we'll be building this guy, or a version of this guy, shall we say, to be my general. So we're going to need parts 1 to 10 and 13 to 14.
Right.
And let's begin. Okay, so first things first, we've got part 1, which is part of one of the legs. Part 2, which is kind of like the foot piece. That looks like that's going to slide into there and stick on that bit. And then we have this back bit here, which needs to go around the other side and onto that bit there. So there's going to have a leg. That bit's going to be in there to make this hoof part. So I'll stick those bits together. In the meantime, we can get 5, 4 and 6 ready, which is the other leg. Okay, so there is the leg number 1, the left leg, and then we'll do the right leg, which is exactly the same, just the other way around. It's got almost exactly the same fitting. So we'll put that together, and then we'll get parts 63, 7 and 8 out in order to stick them together. Okay, so we have the other leg there. And again, I must apologise with no light on this. It's gone a bit dark again. We don't have an actual light we can put onto this. And, next up, we have 63 and 7. And those two go together like that. Oh, Claire's found her phone light. Okay, thank you. Those two going together like that. There's only like a little lip on there. Show where that goes on. You're just going to line up those scales on the back and try and get it lined up as best as possible. The next part, which is number 8, goes underneath. And once that's together, those two parts need to line up. So, this little bit there needs to come off as well. So, that's what I'm going to have to do. So I'll stick these two bits together first, and then I'll stick this bit on straight afterwards, so it all should line up. So we'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so there is the sub-assembly so far. Next we have part 9, which is like the front sort of leg. That bit should fit into there and onto that bit. So we'll glue that bit on. Then we'll be moving on to the other side of the body with 11 and 10, which is basically the reverse of what we've just done on the other side. Those two bits need to attach there, if you can see that. And then we have the underside part, which again, there we go, cool. Right. Which we'll need to attach on that bit there, and obviously where it attaches to that. So we'll build the other side, we'll get the front paw on, claw, arm even, not got to the paw part yet, or claw, or whatever it's called. We'll get that bit on, we'll get that bit together, and then we'll be on to the next page. Okay, so there is the other side of the body. Next up we have part 13, which is the other front leg. Right, it fits on similarly to the other side. It's going to go on there and lock into place. You can see on there where that is, hopefully.
I'll put the lights on, sorry.
It's alright.
A bit behind today.
It's alright. So that's going to fit onto the... And again, when you're putting this together, it does fit very snugly, so make sure you take all the flash off. Any lines you need to take off at this juncture before you start sticking it together. So that's going to go on there. So we'll stick that together, and then we're actually going to move on to the head, according to the instructions. So we'll see you for that in a second. So there is that side done. Then we're moving on to the head, which is part 16. We've got part 15, which is like the lower jaw. Part 14, which is the other side of the head, and part 17, which is the top part of the head. This is pretty straightforward. 16 and 15 are going to go together, like that. Then 14 is going to go on the other side. There's little holes which line up, so you see there, those holes are going to line up like that. And then the top part of the head will go on top. Very straightforward, hopefully. I'll stick it together and we'll be back to do the wings and let you know if it was straightforward. Okay, so there is the finished head. Went together really easily, no problems there. Moving on, we have 18 and 20, which are the first two parts of the wing and sort of 4 hand, fist, claw, whatever it is. Those two parts should fit together like that, and then next will be this claw part which goes on there, and then next will be part 21, which should fit around the other side of that in theory. So let's put those together and make sure I've got that right. Put those parts together, and then we'll be back once that bit's done. So the wing has been constructed, wing and sort of claw part, so it looks like that. And now we're going to do the side, which is literally just a mirror image again. Yep, it's going to go on there. We've got a claw which will fit in to, where's the claw go on this one? Which piece is this?
I think it might be a bit further.
Oh, slow down. Actually, yeah. Sorry. There we go. So we've got 22 and 24, which are going to go together like that. Then we've got 25, which is going to go on there. Then the claw will actually fit onto there. On this previous part we built, there's a little space for that claw to go on. So we're going to stick that on there, and then we're going to stick the two sides of the body together, which if it's been done correctly it should just fit together. There's all the little nodules there for it to just together. So we'll get that together, we'll get the other wing constructed and this little claw we put in place, and then we'll be back. Got the two sides together, we've got the little claw on there, and that's what we're left with for a body. There it is. Boom. So yeah, that proves it's stuck together anyway. Next up we're going to put on the hind legs. So they just fit on either side. Pretty straightforward stuff. And what I'm not going to do is this bottom part straight away anyway. Basically there's little bits in there which will fit onto the front legs. If you look at that, that's going to cover most of it for painting. The wings, the way they wrap around, we're going to cover most of them all. So I'm going to leave them off to paint, and then I'll glue them on once it's ready, once it's been finished painting. So that'll be the same with the other side as well. So we'll get these back legs on, and then we'll turn the page over. You can see you put the other wing on, which we're not doing, and then the head will go in place as well. And the head should just fit into this bit here. So I'll stick on the legs and the head, and then we'll be back, and I'll let you know if there's any problems. See you in a second. Okay, so that's the legs and the head on. No problem I had with the head was it was a bit of an arse to put on this side. So what I did was I actually pushed it on the front. There are two little holes inside there, like little grooves where little nodules go. So your best bet is to push it on from underneath and then push it up, and that seemed to work. So there we go. So that is the bulky body of the Mawcrusher.
Cool.
And if you wanted to, if you weren't that bothered about painting, you want to just stick it together at this point, you would literally, you got little nodules in there as well, same as on the head. You just literally put the wings on. But as you can see how much of that body that actually covers, it's literally all this bit. So you'd literally have to just like ink that entire part of the model. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave them off so I've got a bit of access to paint it. And that'll be the Mawcrusher itself. I'm also going to leave it off the base because these parts stick onto the base. So until I've put him completely together, I can't actually stick him onto the base, which means he's going to be a priority to paint. So this is Godrak, Godrak, even the Fist of Gork, who we're not making. Those are the rules for him. And then we have the Mega Boss, which is what we are making. So we'll now move on to the Mega Boss himself.
I think we needed that other page for the body.
Did we?
Yes. I think.
Alright.
Yeah.
You're correct. Close, correct. So we need to build the body up to there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So rewind. And then we'll start with 28, which is there, 27, 29. So that's the leg and everything on there. And then we'll get up to this. We'll get the stuff off to build the whole body, and then we'll put them together. Okay. So part 27 is half the body. That's not. That's part 27. Let's get it right. That's part 27. And then we have this bit here, which is kind of like the neck and the mouth. That's going to fit into there. And then we're going to put the other side of the body on, which is part 29. And that'll bring us to this point. Then we have this back piece, which is part of the bottom. That's part 30. Then we have these pieces here, which are like little spikes, and that'll fit into these sockets in the leg. If you can see that on there. Can you see, you see that on there? There's a little hole there, and these spikes are going to fit on. So there's part 32, which goes on the right side, and part 31, which goes on the left side. So we'll get up to this stage, and then we'll do the rest. Okay, so that leaves us with this part of the body here. You see that bit just fits in. Everything's just fit together really easily so far. I've not found any issues. We've got part 37, which is the arm, which is going to fit on that side. Part 38, which is the other arm, which again just fits on that side. We've got this back piece, part 36, which is going to fit into this groove here, and then it'll attach down onto the rest of the armour. Hopefully you can see that on there. And then we have shoulder pads 40 and 39, which will bring us to here, which is where we should have been before. Well, we have the main part of the body and the head and stuff. And this is where it'll diverge off, either to go to Gordrak or a normal Mega Boss. So we'll get it to this stage, and then we'll get back to the Mega Boss page, and then we'll keep building. Okay. So, here is the body, so far. So next up, we're going to be attaching on this piece here, which is part 33. That's the chain which will connect him to the Mawcrusher. We have part 41 for the head, part 42, which is the Jawz section, which will go in front of the head. And then we have 45 and 44, which are the horns. Where are they attached to?
To his shoulders.
To his shoulders. They do, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look. Part 45. So that's going to go on here, is it? Oh, does it just attach on?
Yeah, it looks like it just...
Yeah. So, that's part 45, isn't it? That's just going to attach on there by the looks of it. I'll have to go see how that attaches on actually. I'll be back with that bit. Then we have this part here, which is going to go into there. Then we have, we're going to go with this weapon, the stabby weapon. It's either this, I think it's a scrap tooth and a gore hacker. We're going to go for. I just think they look the most vicious. I don't know which is better in the game. That's what I'm going for though. You could magnetise these, I suppose. I'm not going to. I just want this option. It looks more vicious. So we've got 49, and that needs 48. We've got 47 and 43. So yeah, let's get this all stuck together. We'll have a look at those horns and see where they go on. Back in a moment. Okay, so just quickly, these horns have these little like grooves in underneath, and then we'll go across these straps on his back, like so. And there's the other one. Where are you? There you go, there's a groove. So that's going to go on that side, that one's going to go on there, and that's how you put them on. So we'll do that, then we'll be back. Okay, so here is the boss so far, looking pretty funky. The last part on the Mawcrusher is actually to attach the seat, which is part 26. That's what it looks like. And if you're just sticking this together, you might want to do that. I'm not going to stick this on at the moment because I need to paint everything. So that will fit onto there. The little loop goes around that spike there, and it goes over the broken spike on his back. Then that will glue onto that, and that's what passes as a seat in Auckland. Then we have, this will be attached on, like so. And then finally, part 34 and 35, which I'm going to have to paint separate in order to do the assembly, are just chains which will attach to his belt and then onto the Mawcrusher. So you're not going to be able to see this fully assembled until I've painted it really. So the next time you'll see this guy, hopefully will be on the battlefield and completely assembled. But we have these sub-assemblies for now. So we've got the seat and the chains, we've got the Orc himself, we have the Mawcrusher, which is in 3 parts for the wings and the body. And I think that's the best way for me to paint it really. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this, and hope you'll enjoy the next one, which is Claire's Alariel. Woman on Giant Beetle. That's who's next. And then after that, we'll be playing another game with both hopefully with these guys facing off against each other.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that. In addition, you might see some death videos that I'm putting up because I'm building the death army at the moment. Most of it's already built, so there won't be a lot of construction videos. I do have some Graveguard and Black Knights to build from the Death Rattle box set, so I might do a unboxing of that. But all my skeletons are actually already built because I've had them since pre-existing, well, I've had them since Old Hammer basically. So I've just rebased them there and respread them. So I'll just be painting them up to go with the army. And then Nagash, who's going to be leading it, you've already seen me unbox him anyway. So all I'll be doing is adding a few little bits to it, and then I'll have a big, 2,000 point death army, really, to face off against whatever closest run at me. Which might be witch elves.
Might be. I'm not sure yet.
Or treemen. Might be some more Sylvaner. Anyway, so stay tuned for that. In a change to the end of this video, there he is, finished, painted. I decided that I would just get on, crack on and paint him. Didn't take me very long. There he is. Looks pretty cool. Went with purple for the Mawcrusher. You can see it on there. Just thought I'd show you at the end of this video. Didn't take long to paint, I'm quite surprised, but there we go. Looks cool. He's now the general of my Iron Jawz army, so hopefully you'll see him in action soon, fighting against some horrible tree people. And maybe some undead people as well. And maybe some elf people, and chaos people, and demon people.
I noticed that you didn't call any of them horrible, it was just my tree men that you called horrible.
Yeah, because you keep beating me.
Leave them alone.
This is why Mawcrusher's come. So there we go. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Helps out loads. And hopefully we'll see you again later, guys. Bye for now.